Good evening. Today's stream start delay brought to you by me forgetting to make hot chocolate preemptively. But yes, we're picking up where we left off last time in the middle of a Skulltula room, or a Skulltula house even. Where I am hunting the titular Skulltulas. I'm pretty sure that I was like brute forcing the password to the fireplace earlier. If I could talk to the Stalfos, I think they'd just tell it to me. But I can't, so they won't. I think what I figured out was something along these lines. Oh, there it is. Awesome. Brute force solves everything. Get wrecked. And what's in here? Ooh, a piece of heart, we take those. I thought that there'd be another gold Skulltula in there. Oh. Sneaky little brat. I still hear... Oh my goodness, that's a lot of you. Okay, what do I do about you? These things really hurt when they touch you. I'm also accidentally murdering the Stal children. I still hear Skulltula rattling. It's a lot fainter though. I'm not sure if I can like hear them through walls. I probably can. I think there was one in here. I see one up here in this crack. I will admit, hunting down individual bugs is not necessarily my idea of a good time. But it must be done. Like, not only are these things like vicious little things that just for the good of the world should be exterminated, the reward for doing so is pretty substantial. Luckily I picked up the hookshot before trying this. Is there one? Yes, there is. I was gonna say, is there one in the rafters in this room too? Aiming's always a bit wonky on controller. I think I see something here. Oh, it was a hole, but the hole did have a spider in it. I can't remember exactly how many Skulltulas there are. I think that there might be 30, but that you also might get, like, incremental rewards. Like, I think that there's a reward if you get 15, and there's a reward if you get all 30. I think that might be how it works. Or it might be that the reward is determined based on, like, what time of day, like, what time of which day it is when you complete it. Hello there. Ultimately, I just gotta keep my ears peeled. Gotta listen for that distinctive scuttling noise. Got 36 hours left. I'm pretty sure I slowed time. I'm just gonna focus on finding the rest of them, and if I don't get the reward that I'm after, I'll just try it on a different cycle. How ironic that the house with all the spider theming ended up spider infested. Who could have seen this coming? I thought that maybe there might be only 20, there's clearly more than 20. Can I get up into the rafters in this game? I think I can, just not like that. Pardon the sneeze. Still hearing scuttling. I think I spotted you. There you are. Something that kind of amuses me in like all kinds of like fantasy, like... Oh, hey. In all kinds of fantasy, like most notably like video games and literature and such, people constantly deal with spiderwebs by like burning them away with fire. But the thing is, IRL spiderwebs are fireproof. Like, you can't actually burn away spiderwebs. Like, I think they melt if you get them hot enough, but like, they never actually catch fire. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Also, speaking of setting things on fire, one of my favorite quirks of English is that flammable and inflammable mean exactly the same thing. Like, I feel like it wouldn't be unreasonable to think that inflammable means that you can't set something on fire. Kim Watson Live, welcome. Always lovely to see a new face. Has today been good to you so far? You come upon me as I search for gold skulltulas. I can hear them in the walls. There you are. I still hear the skittering, so there's probably at least one more in this room. Or not? Never mind then. How long have I been playing this game? So I've played this game through a couple of times, but those were like years and years and years ago. So practically speaking, I'm about, let's call it 14 hours in. Like, I remember the bullet points, I do not remember the fine details. This is actually my favorite Zelda, though. Narrowly beating out Twilight Princess. Yeah, I actually originally played this game on the Zelda Collector's Edition for the Nintendo GameCube. What's the story of this game? So, are you familiar with the plot of Ocarina of Time? Because it's a slightly easier explanation if you are. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Like I'll bonk a pot or something and then like the Skulltula will come out of it. I think I already opened this one up. But it's worth double checking. Honestly, the audio is probably my best clue. This is not a tremendously big area. I'm getting slightly... What? What do I usually play? Basically anything that catches my eyes. My favorite kinds of games are like RPGs, anything with like deep customization. But I won't really turn my nose up to anything as long as it's fun. Do I play horror games or gun games? I recently finished Little Goody Two Shoes, which is kind of like an interactive fairy tale. Like a proper fairy tale, not like a Disney fairy tale. Games with guns, I don't play those super often, but I am actually quite good at them. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. I think I said that already, but like I'm really feeling it. There you are. It's the pots with holes in them, that's what it is. I knew there was something I was missing. Do I play Minecraft? Yes, I do. I... Typically when I play Minecraft, I play like modded Minecraft. I'm hopefully planning to get like a new PC soon, and once I do that, I plan on streaming some modded Minecraft gameplay. I think there are 30 Skulltulas total. one's got webs on it. You're also planning for a new setup? Yeah, with Cyber Monday coming up, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it's definitely like the time to be considering new stuff. You have no time to do so? There's a website called Logical Increments, which is really, really good for planning out like PC builds quickly. My current PC specs, 16 gigs RAM, RTX 3060 for GPU, and then a 6th gen i5 Intel CPU. So right now I'm kind of severely throttled by my CPU. But yeah, if you're looking to like build a PC, I strongly recommend starting with logical increments, then like going to PC part picker, and like using that to like narrow down like the best deals. The really nice thing about PC Part Picker is that it automatically compatibility checks the different parts for you. So like, if you pick a motherboard with like an LGA 1700 socket, it won't let you also pick an AMD CPU. It'll be like, these parts are incompatible. Or like if you pick a GPU that like won't fit in the case that you selected, it'll also like flag that and be like, hey, perhaps consider not doing this. Hello there. I collected all of them. The curse is now lifted. Now I gotta figure out how to cash this in. I think it's like outside. Whatever, I'll teleport out anyway. I could maybe Goron roll up the slope, but this is less effort. Trouble you see? Nope, I just cleared the house, I was just getting out. PC knowledge tells you that maybe I work in IT. I went to school for IT. I currently don't work in IT. Is this like a lens of truth moment? I could have sworn that there was like supposed to be a guy here who would like give me a reward for clearing out the place. Ah, yes there is. Only a little more than 1 day left. Oh, goddess of time, please save me. Hello, dude. I fixed your spider problem. maybe if I accelerate time. For my next setup, I'm gonna get either a Ryzen 9 or a Threadripper. I'm not gonna upgrade my GPU right away because the 5000 series is coming out soonish. And I'm gonna get either 64 or 128 gigabytes of RAM. I would be upgrading my GPU, but like I said, the 5000 series is coming out soon-ish, so rather than spending money on a 4000 series card, I'll either get a 5000 series card when they come out, or I'll get a 4000 series card when they go on clearance because the 5000 cards are out. Okay, so I think that I had to do this faster. I think that's what this is telling me. Okay, so I know roughly where all the Skulltulas are, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to save my money, reset the timeline, and do this again. And I think that my deadline is night of the first day. Gotta go fast. How's the weather? It's chilly, but it's not bad. I live right by the ocean, so the water kind of keeps everything moderate. It also keeps everything exceptionally humid, which I'm not as much of a fan of. Sounds great, not as much as you might think. It's not like a lovely little beachside area, it's like a heavily industrialized, like, shipping area. I would actually greatly prefer to move somewhere, like, rural. Not like super rural, but maybe like 15-20 minutes away from like the nearest large concentration of people. Exactly, clean air. And it's like I'm close enough that like when I want to make a trip into town for something I can and it's not that big of a deal. But then like I come home and I'm just not being bothered. Luckily, I don't have kids, so being near a school is not a concern for me. And if I can get a job that I can do from home, then I also don't have to worry about the commute for that reason. So fingers crossed the whole streaming thing works out for me. How old am I now? I am in my 30s. 17 years old, second season, as some would say. Yeah, I will say, overall, like, being 30 hasn't been that bad. And it's like, the time's gonna pass anyway, so you may as well, like, not worry too much about, like, how old you are. Like, for a while there, I kind of started falling into this, very negative thought pattern of, like, oh my god, it's too late, I've, like, lost the opportunity to, like, follow through on all of my dreams. But as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're willing to pursue them, it's never too late. It's like you could spend an infinite amount of time thinking about all the ways that things could be better. Or you could spend your finite time making them better. Besides streaming, I basically just work and play Final Fantasy XIV. I am not a student. I actually just got a new job. So I've been thinking of not necessarily going back to school, but like brushing back up on like some skills that I once had polished and trying to get like an even better job. But like I say, I just changed jobs, so I'm not gonna do that again too quickly. That's a red flag. It's like, oh, we're not gonna hire her, she'll just quit again. Your keyboard sucks? There's something wrong with that. I mean, if you're getting a whole new, like, PC setup, maybe you could get, like, a new keyboard at the same time. I highly recommend getting a mechanical keyboard. Like, they're very tactile, they feel very good. money, the greatest of all evils. Yeah, I totally feel that. Honestly, kind of like a monitor that's over 60 hertz. See if you can like try it out somewhere. Like if you've got a friend with a mechanical keyboard, or if you've got like a local computer shop with like a display setup. Like they might have a mechanical keyboard. And maybe you can just like try using it and see how you like it. It's like, I'm the kind of person who, like, is also hesitant to drop money on things based on hearsay. It's like, oh, this is really good, this is worth it, and I'm just like, is it though? But then, like, once I get the opportunity to try something, either because I take a leap of faith or because I just, find an opportunity to try it, I'm usually just like, oh, this is actually really good. I can't remember if there was a Skulltula in this tunnel. Should be quick enough to check. Plans for today. Stream is going to last another hour and 15 minutes, roughly. I typically go for 2 hours at a time, currently. And then after that, I'll probably be going to bed. Though I don't have work tomorrow, so I could stay up later if I wanted to. That said, I try to be diligent about my schedule, so even if I stay up, I'm not going to be streaming late. I remember there was one in the rafters. There you are. Then there were a bunch in the library. I'm just imagining a stern librarian being like, no bonking in the library. Am I an LGBTQ? I presume you're asking because of the tag. I actually put that there because I recently started streaming Paper Mario. Um, and that game has a character that is not necessarily treated well by people outside the game. So I'm just like, no, 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 we're gonna treat her right. Specifically Thousand Year Door. I don't know if there are any queer characters in the first game. I can't tell from my voice am I male or female. I'm a girl. I just have a husky voice. I'm a contralto. It's something that I've always been like really self-conscious about. But I'm kind of like learning to love it the more that I like spend time actually talking to people instead of being afraid of them. Hello? I thought I heard some loud noises inside and I came in to check it out. This place. Is this some sort of underground shelter? Did you find this place? I beg you, let me have this place. Not for free, of course. I hope this will do. Got the giant wallet. You can hold up to 500 rupees. I'm just glad it was something that you needed. Anyhow, I won't be needing it much longer anyway. So yeah, that guy is terrified of dying, for good reason. Dying is terrifying. And he gave me his wallet in exchange for a place to wait out the end. So that's nice. The game is all about death, you should be okay with dying. I would say that the game's more about grief than it is about dying. Like, coming to terms with terrible things happening and like moving on from them. I just spilt my hot chocolate all over myself. I did not move it quite all the way to my mouth before I tipped it back. And then I fumbled my controller. I swear I don't do these things on purpose. So I got a plan for the rest of this cycle, and once I do that, I'm probably going to start on the water temple. It's in the stream title. I should probably actually set foot in it at some point tonight. My model's too good, did I make it? Yes and no. I kit bashed it together in the Aroid Studio. Like, I didn't make any of the individual components, but I did put them together to look like this. But like, if you got the Aroid Studio, it's a free thing on Steam. You could make this this exact avatar with a little bit of effort. So we're just gonna sit here and wait for midnight. You hear that clicking? That's a mechanical keyboard. It's really pleasant to listen to. But yeah, we are waiting for midnight on the first day on this screen. Where this guy is going to go and try to rob a sweet old lady who comes through. But yeah, once she comes through here, he tries to rob her, I'll stop him. I can go to the store that he would have pawned them off to, and because the bombs aren't there, a different item will be there that I'm pretty sure I can only afford with the giant wallet. Because they haven't invented credit cards in Termina, so I had to physically carry all of my cash in my pocket. I think that this is a minigame that you can do as a Deku Scrub. Yes, yes it is. The good news is, once I do this, I shouldn't have to wait for like this again. Unless I want to do like a save everybody run at the end of the game. But then again, Stomping Skull Kid kind of implicitly saves everybody, so I probably don't have to do that. I also really need to start the Angio and Cathay side quest. Alright, just a couple minutes. Honestly, I mostly did that because ADHD, but ruining a child's fun is also worth the effort. I still really want a gilded sword of my own. Am I on slow time? I unslowed time. Now, the first time I did this fight, I think I was on slow time, and I was like, whoops. Feels like I still am. Now, I'm pretty sure I was on full time. Yep, normal time flow. I mean, to be fair, anything stretches out super long if you're just sitting around waiting for something. It definitely doesn't feel that long if you're, like, trying to complete something within a certain time period. And it's like, oh my god, I don't have time. Imagine being a thief and you see an armed escort wearing a bunny hood. I feel like that either completely nullifies the intimidation factor or multiplies it by like 100. There's really no in between. Fun fact, during this sequence, it's one of the only times that Link can straight up kill somebody. Like, Link kills a lot of monsters, Link doesn't kill a lot of humans. During this sequence, if you shoot him with an arrow or if you bomb him, anything that would like make the bombs in the sack explode, it kills him. It explodes and it kills him. It counts as like failing to rescue the bombs, and it also prevents you from doing any quests with him during that loop. Like, there is no good reason to do it, but it is exceptionally funny. I don't serve masqueraders. Come in. Nothing to sell. Did you not? Do I want to see your models? No, thank you. I'm in the middle of streaming right now. I don't know if I have to wait for the second or the third day for the stuff to become available for sale. Okay, so my rough plan is we're gonna get what I'm going for. We'll take tonight's break, and then we'll go to the water temple. I kind of don't want to go to the water temple, but... Opens at 10, was it? Not going is called turning the game off. It's inevitable, yeah. It's like I kind of want to put it off, but I also put it in the stream title, so I'd feel guilty if I didn't go there. Okay, so the store will open in about 4 minutes. This is... It'd be kind of nice if this game had a waiting system like Bethesda games, where it's just like... I want to stand in place for 3 hours. Yeah, it's cool if you do stuff like hobbyist stuff, but yeah, I'm in the middle of streaming right now. Okay, you know what? Instead of like... Instead of waiting around and then taking a break, let's just take the break right now. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. Once the timer hits 10, I'll pause the game. Please use this time to use the bathroom, refill your beverage. Anything you feel like you can pull off in about 5 minutes. I'll see you about then. I return. He's also got nothing to sell tonight. So I gotta do that again. Yeah, if you don't stop Sakon the Thief, if you don't stop Sakon the Thief, he sells the bombs to that shop. And that guy sells them at a ludicrous markup. So stopping the theft prevents daylight robbery as well. As well as forcing the guy to secure alternate stock. Which is kind of what we're after here. I just thought of a productive way to spend the next six in-game hours. I have a bird to smack. I appreciate that they literally give you like a red radar dot for that bird. When will I do Minecraft? I don't have a fixed schedule for it. It's just going to be when I have a PC that can run it. That? Oh my goodness, get back here, you. Oh my god, you know what that is? That bird belongs to the Curiosity Shop owner. So now I have to go buy my sword back. Like, that's why it's worth so much money. I can't believe that just happened. I hope that... I hope I didn't just screw myself out of the thing that I was going for. Also, this Jinx lasts way too long. Not that I could draw a sword I don't have. I also like how that bird just like straight up Matrix dodged out of the way of my arrows once it actually had what it was after. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. £4 service charge. I don't think I need all the money, but I'd rather know that I can afford whatever it is. Give you my friend on Discord. I've been thinking about setting up a community Discord, maybe in like the next couple of weeks or so. It's like I'm not really big enough to really feel like I need something like that, but maybe it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Like, I'm not really sure what I'd need in terms of like bots and channel distribution. don't serve masqueraders. Okay, here we are. You gotta look around. I'm doing a special sale. Check it out. Nice bargain is the all-night mask for use at bedtime. Oh, I forgot when this was made, but it sure is a freaky mask, see? Yeah, this mask you can only get if you stop the thief. You can only get this mask if you stop the theft on day 1. You can put it on, you can try and fall asleep, but you won't be able to. Pretty creepy, huh? Yeah, 500 rupees. You need the giant wallet for this. Good sword. 50 rupees. You don't have a sword, buddy. At this price, this one's a steal. Hehe. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I'll get my sword back if I reset time, without having to pay for it. It would kind of be a soft lock if you couldn't, I think. Imagine you try to scam somebody and they just, like, reset the timeline instead of paying your price. Dawn of the first day. 72 hours remain. Yep, got my sword back. Alright, to the water temple. That thing that we've been chomping at the bit to do. It's like I put in all that effort to get the all-night mask and then I'm not even gonna use it tonight. Oh well. Then I unlock the temple by leading this poor woman to believe that her children are safe, but in this timeline they're not. Right up. Hold on. The ones that aren't just 3 notes repeated twice are always so hard for me to remember. Zurian, welcome. I think I might have to do that one as a Zora. Forgot the summer clock change was hunting monsters. I hope you had fun hunting monsters. You know, if I had a better PC, I'd be hunting monsters right there with ya. Waiting for launch. That's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping that I'll have a new PC by launch. It's like, I can run World and Rise, but they like slow down a little bit. And I kind of like the thought of being able to stream it. It's like, if I'm going to be doing this for like 17 hours a day, may as well put it up where people can see it. Now, I see empty sconces, and my first thought is, what happens if I set those on fire? Wait, get back here. I also want to try getting the different fairies on my first run through this dungeon. It's like the last few times it wasn't actually that difficult. What was I doing until now if not the water temple? Wouldn't you like to know? Now, I basically spent an entire hour doing Oceanside Skulltula House. Oh, it's like timed. Okay. Yeah, basically I spent like an hour doing the Skulltula stuff, got the giant wallet, then got the all-night mask. Okay, I might need a Deku stick to do that expediently. That's a huge water wheel. Its Skulltula's all the way down. Oh, that worked out. Dives face first into a slab of metal. Speaking of Monster Hunter Wilds, have you seen the arachnophobia mode that they added? It's like they tried to make something that was not scary and they accidentally created something that is going to awaken things in people. I still love how pouty the Stray Fairy sprites are. It kind of reminds me of something like out of a 90s anime. Like the face that they make when they're making fun of somebody else. Oh, I think I remember what to do here. Except not really. But I think I want to turn this. And that one was one way. I know that it's like a video game logic thing, like, hey, don't question it, but like, I really wonder, like, who built this room and for what purpose? It's kind of like in Metroid when you find a room that's just like a tall vertical shaft with like no visible means to like climb up it. And like Samus can climb up and down it just fine by like kicking off the walls, but it's like, what is the point of this? If I was like a researcher working here 9 to 5 and I opened that door and I stepped through, I would fall and I would splat face first against the ground. I get it. That huge water wheel is powering this thing. It's a temple designed as a trial by a sadist, like all water temples. You know what? You're not wrong. It's like, this isn't just a water temple. This is a water temple infused with the grief of overworked Japanese salarymen. No wonder it's so powerful. Luckily, tonight I've remembered which button is actually the shield button. What have we in here? I got a map. Not quite as useful without the compass to go with it, but we take those. I thought maybe I could like pop out of the water like a dolphin. I don't think I actually can. Oh, the current there is too strong. Current here is probably fine. You can't do dolphin jumps? I did do a dolphin jump, it just wasn't high enough, I think. These Deku Lily pads are not cooperating. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't work if I target them directly, but it does work if I physically aim, or if I manually aim. It's like if I set target, they go off to the left and right, but if I aim, they just go straight forward. That thing is kind of cursed. I did not realize how little I needed a Deku Baba to sprout eyes until today. I presume this is a stray berry. Yes, it is. Let's see what's in here. compass. Now the map is actually useful. Awaiting the inevitable, using a shield, not exploding. Who are you? What did you do with aerial comment? You were thinking how much I'd like the map in Echoes of Wisdom? I am looking forward to playing that game. Ooh, take a stick. You know, like, I'm looking forward to playing Echoes of Wisdom. Just other stuff on my plate right now. Definitely on my list of stuff to play. Oh, well, I just kind of got elegantly shunted into this room. For some reason, I was just like thematically reminded of Gnomeregan from World of Warcraft. Or like aesthetically. It's not quite the same, but it came to mind. Gnomeregan is not a fun place, you should not go there. Yeah, fun fact, Gnomeregan in World of Warcraft is a dungeon that, if you know what you're doing, you can complete it in about 5 minutes, and it's actually a really good experience. If you don't know what you're doing, it can take an exceptionally long time. And the thing is, doing it properly is not difficult. Like, if somebody's got like the barest amount of like reading comprehension, you can explain to them how to do it and like demonstrate, and they can do it first try every time. Like it's not a thing that is difficult to do. The problem is the average WoW player is not capable of that. So you're trying to do this like exceptionally simple dungeon, and a bunch of people just cannot actually grasp what they're supposed to do, which is essentially, hey, walk here and then turn right. And then they get lost, or like they accidentally pull the entire dungeon because if you're a pet using class, there's a pathing problem that makes the pet like run through the entire dungeon and aggro everything. So like you're progressing through everything, you're just like, wow, why is this person's damage so low? And then the entire dungeon shows up and beats you to death. Yeah, it doesn't quite go high enough. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, WoW had a depressing number of those moments where it's just like, anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together can get this done in like 5 minutes tops. And the overwhelming majority of the player base is just not ever going to be capable. The overwhelming majority of the player base is just not ever going to be capable of that. They just aren't smart enough. The worst offender is, I think it's called Lower Blackrock City. Literally, that dungeon, if you do it properly, that dungeon takes like 30 seconds to complete. Like I'm not even being like hyperbolic. It's literally... Basically the way it plays out is you zone into the dungeon, and because of like all the quality of life stuff that they've added over the years, quality of life, air quotes, there is literally a taxi cab at the start of the dungeon. And you can talk to this taxi cab and ask it to take you directly to the boss. So this thing takes you directly to the boss, and then you just kill the boss in 30 seconds, because it's really, really weak. Like, there's no funky mechanics or anything. It's just a really easy boss that you can teleport directly to. The only thing is, you have to be smart enough to click on the taxi cab and ask it to take you to the boss. And the average WoW player is not capable of that. Not sure if I can get in there without ice arrows. Lovely story, but I look lost. I'm definitely fishing for things to say. I am kind of lost. It's a water temple. Right now my plan of action is roughly go back to the start, flip that switch, see if that helps me find anything else. It has been a hot minute since I've done this dungeon. I got myself a stick. I've only got the one stick, so I gotta make it count. There we go. This one's probably a stray fairy also. But it's still worth doing. That was, in fact, a stray fairy also. Okay, yeah, I think I remember what to do now, roughly. I like how this uncomfortably long sequence cutscene. This uncomfortably long cutscene has to play out in full every time, with like this young child awkwardly pushing a heavy stone block in real time. Now, if I could get up there... It's like the problem with that is that now how do we get back up? If memory serves, there is a way, I just can't remember how to do it. Am I actually tracking what these switches do? It turns off the water in the yellow pipe, which stops the water from flowing clockwise. Or anti-clockwise, I think. And then if I flip the red switch, it'll spin in the opposite direction. And like those different paths in like the big center room that you like can't get into because of the current, once it's spinning the other way, those are open. I am a little bit tired. By itself, that's not abnormal or concerning. There's really no second half to that statement. It's like, I'm tired. That's fine. Though I have to completely adjust my sleep schedule by Monday, which is definitely more concerning. If only it could be that simple. I'm gonna try following the red pipe. See if that like yields anything interesting. There's probably a stray fairy in that barrel. I just like felt water go up my nose IRL. It's like I'm so immersed I fell into the pool. I still love the follow-up to the comic where like the dog is like, this is fine, and everything's burning down around him. And like the follow-up is him just going like, this is not fine. It's like, I didn't take this seriously back when the problem was still fixable. And now everything is like fucked beyond repair. Things are not fine and we're never fine. Like, it's both hilarious and tragic. I'm pretty sure I was just here. I think I mentioned this before, but like, I think Zora Link's shield is really cool. Like, specifically I'm talking about like the magic one. The fin shield is also kind of awesome. But it's just like, yeah, Zora's can put up this like awesome, super powerful magic barrier that like kills anything that touches it. And it's like, can I do that as a human? That looks really useful. And it's like, no. It's like, can I do it out of the water? That looks really useful. It's like, no. Hello? There's an opening there. use that to get in. I don't think I can. That thing just threw me. We're like really far. It's funny in hindsight that in this game powerful Zora have electrokinesis. I don't think it's necessarily electric. Like... It's got like that sort of like wavy vibe to it, but I kind of read this as just a generic magic barrier. Tutorial song mentions electricity, you think? Oh, maybe. Okay, I think by like process of elimination, what I'm looking for has to be in here. Because I'm pretty sure I've checked every other room that I've got access to. I accidentally skipped that dialogue, but it's like, if only you could stand on that Octorock. Oh, I see what to do. I gotta walk on this pipe. And I've got a key so I can go through this door. Hey look, it's the spiders from Monster Hunter Wilds. And this is definitely a mini-boss room. The strong iron bars are blocking the way. Think of another way out. I mean, they're only iron. Surely I could, like, cleave through them. Like, iron's really not that strong. Like it's decent, but it's not incredibly strong. Breaking the jars preemptively might not have been the wisest idea. Nah, I'd win. Link to the past flashbacks. Yeah, I kind of like this boss because it is literally a boss from Link to the Past, just reimagined in 3D. It was the boss of Misery Mire in that game, I believe. Or was it the second Dark World dungeon? It was either the second or the seventh Dark World dungeon. I can't quite remember. For the Twilight Princess iteration. I don't quite remember that, but Twilight Princess was kind of the best at everything. Was he like suicide charging me? It's a wart. Once you got rid of the spheres that shield the main body, you can attack the eye. It runs around so much that it's like breaking my Z targeting. It's like a DVD logo. There we go. Not even close. You got the Ice Arrow. Now you can freeze enemies and objects. Try it everywhere. Alright, so with that clean and incredibly competent kill, I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight. That seems like a good stopping point. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it each and every time. Next stream is going to be on Sunday. The game is going to be Thousand Year Door. The next time I'm streaming Majora's Mask is going to be on Monday. Starting next week, so basically starting with the next stream, I'm going to be moving my stream times back by half an hour, so I'll be starting and concluding half an hour sooner. So yeah, just letting you know that that's going to be a thing that happens. Again, thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night. Yeah, let's look for somebody to raid. Let me just throw this up. Let's see. Anybody been following his live? Ooh, Henri. It's been a little while since I raided Henri. Looks like she just started and she's doing Monster Hunter Wild. So yeah, let's go be nice to Henri.